All right, so check this out. Now at this point, 1 year later, after Andre started jumping and practicing for pole vaulting, um, he has a little sister. Her name is Alex, and Alex started training with a new coach at the high school. And the new coach taught Alex a way better way to practice. So Alex could actually improve her jump. It only takes her 20 days to go 1 inch. All right. Now, Alex was able to actually, at the beginning of Alex's school year, she was able to start off jumping at the same height that Andre did. So, Alex started off at 138 inches to begin with. All right. The height. What I want to do is I'm going to get another equation, A of t. A of t, and this would be Alex as a function of time. And we need to compare that to h of t, which we solved earlier, which is 1 over 30 t plus 138. All right. Alex's equation would be the same as this equation. Alex's equations are not the same, but it would be similar. The question is, what parts of Alex's equation do I need to change to make it represent her? Would I change the 138? That's my question. That's one question. Yes or no? Okay, the 138 will stay the same. Because they're both starting at 138. But the difference that Alex has is it will be 1 over 20 t. For every 20 days, you add an inch. Are we cool with that? All right. That's a symbolic representation of Alex. If we want to graph that, that will be all right. All right. Here's a question. Andre is really stubborn, and he refuses to adopt his sister's training techniques. So at some point, Alex is going to catch up with Andre. At some point, Alex's height will catch up with Andre, even though Andre has been training for almost a year longer. Because Alex is catching up at a faster rate. So my question is at what point in time will they be the same? Is that I don't know. At which point in time is it the same? All right. So here's what I would do. What I need to do is I need to set this equal to that. I'll set AT equal to H of t, because that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what point in time are they going to be the same. Now, the danger part of this is I need to think about this. How much higher, since Andre has been training for a full year, longer than Alex, I need to kind of offset that factor there. I need to add some number. I'll tell you what that number is. It would be 360 days divided by 30. That's, what is that? That's 12, isn't it? So I need to add 12 to this one right here. Because Andre can do 12 inches, or the year that Andre was training, he'll go up by another 12 inches. He'll already have that 1 year under his belt, and Alex wouldn't have had that chance to train. Now I should set them equal to each other. I believe that's the right way to do it. So I'll have A of t equals H of t. And what I want to do is I want to figure out what is the time. I simply just go 120 times t plus 138. That's what A of t is equal to. Equals 1 over 30 t plus 138 plus 12. All right, I'm going to combine these two right here. 138 plus 12, that would be 40, 50, 150. Are we cool with what I did so far? Is anyone freaking out? I just set them equal to each other. And I accounted for the 1 year that Alex has been, or that Andre's been training longer than his sister. But I want to solve for t. I have the equation. I have one unknown. I can easily solve for t. Let's take this over to that side. So that would be 1 over 20 t minus 1 over 30 t equals 150 minus 138. Did I lose anybody at that step? Let me know. Are you good? I need you to tell me if you're good, if you understand what I did there. If you don't know, say I decay, say something, because I don't want to just burn right through this and then burn you guys away. Come on, someone respond. Do you understand how I did this? If you don't, say I decay now. Can you run through that again real fast? Okay, good. I'm glad that you stopped me. All I did was, I want to get everything with a t in it onto one side. I want to pull everything that has a t on it over to the left side. In order to do that, I'm going to subtract 130 from that side. Actually, from both sides. I did minus 130, minus 130. When I subtracted it from this side, it moved over to this side and it picked up a minus sign. Do you see how I got this part? Yes or no? And then, at this point, what I want to do is, if I have 130, or if I have everything with the t in it on one side, I want to get rid of everything that doesn't have a t in it. And in order to do that, I'm going to subtract 138 from this side. And I would subtract 138 from both sides. So that would cancel that, and I get minus 138 on this side. So that's how I got the right-hand side. It's just the 150 that was left over there, minus the 138 that I moved over from the left-hand side. We cool? I know I did both of those steps in my head quickly, and I just don't want to lose you. All right. At this point, you know how to add or subtract fractions in this case. I think that the best thing to do would probably be, maybe this is 3 over 60 t minus 2 over 60 t. So that's the same as, what's 3 over 60 minus 2 over 60? That's 1 over 60. Is equal to, what is 150 minus 138? Oh, that's 12. Cool? Alright. Then all you do is you multiply. I want to get 60, rid of the 60. I want to figure out what t is all by itself. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 60. Anyone know what 12 times 60 is? I don't know it on the top of my head. 720. So Andre, if you don't pick up your sister's training techniques, then in 2 years' time, even if you've had 1 whole year to train, in 2 years' time, she's going to be jumping at the same height as you. And we already figured that out, that that's going to be 13 and a half feet. There we go. Stop being a punk, Andre. Be humble. Anyway, I'm glad I was able to use you guys. All right. If that makes sense to you, we're all done. I went through